Alright, welcome to the voice line implementation stream. I recorded a bunch of new voice lines, quite a couple. How many are those? Probably about 30 or 40. And we're gonna bring all of them into the game now! Woo! Hyper! Hey, Green Opposite, welcome! Haven't seen you around here before. Welcome. Okay. So I wish I had some music to play. I tried this earlier, but did not work. I mean, I managed to set up a playlist. Now it's gone again. This is not. No. And then also OBS, stupid streaming software. Okay, I actually love OBS, but it sounded way too deep. All of the high tones of the music was missing and it sounded absolutely horrible. So you're stuck without music, just my voice, and this will be a bit of busy work, I imagine, but hopefully it will also pay off. And hopefully my S is okay. You always complain about my S. Cyborg Jonas. Yes, actually I will get rid of this in a sec because this is super annoying. Just want to keep up my stupid look challenge. I'll have to starting to get a little creative with this because I'm running out of objects. Fabulous outfit, thank you. It's really annoying, as I've said. Okay, so I have a couple of new voice lines. I think the smartest thing would probably just be to go through them from bottom to top, implement them in the order they're here in my list. So I guess I'm just gonna start with these voice lines.
And that's as far as you will get.
So those are...
No, not quite there yet.
No.
I knew you wouldn't get further than this.
So those are voice lines when you almost make it through the level. Looking forward to the S. I tried really hard to use good S's, but if you find one that's off, tell me right away, and I will do my best to ignore your feedback so I don't have to re-record anything. Actually, I re-recorded some of the old voice lines.
Damn, let me restart you.
That was shit, let me restart you before. Now it's damn. Hope you like that better. What do we have here?
I love playing against you. It's so nice to know there's a real conscious being on the other end.
There's not a lot of modulation going on in this one. Sounds a little boring. Might have to redo that one again. But at the very least, I pronounced the love correctly this time, I think. Okay, but as I've said, probably the easiest to just implement them from top to bottom. Get rid of my stupid outfit. What the hell? Alright. First one should be relatively easy, because the structure for that is already set up. Or at the very least, I think it is. Let me have a look at AI voice. And here reacting to general player actions. And then we have here death shortly before end. That's the correct one. And here we just need to increase our list. And then I think a random one is picked. Is that correct? Huh. What if I don't want a random one? I want them to be played in the correct order. So I guess we'll create a list with sounds that have already been played yet. Probably gonna do that in object persistent because that object is always around, and we're gonna create a new list there. Global.list play it. It's probably something we want to save, so let's just call it save played sounds. Create a list. And then here we can see if this list how do we check if something's in that list? Contains would make sense. Clear, copy, create, delete, empty, find value. Find index maybe. Maybe that one returns. Okay, returns -1 if it doesn't exist. That's exactly what we need. Or do I ever use this list right here? There might be a better way. Maybe we can just use this list to check which one of these sounds has already been played and which one hasn't. Okay, haha, you thought you could slip through. Next one. And that's as far as you will get. This way we can hopefully automate this a little better. If we're dealing with this amount of voice lines, then better make sure it's as efficient as possible. No, 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 not quite there yet. And then the last one. I knew you wouldn't get further than this. I really like the fact that the entire voice line is in the name of the sound file. This way I never have to listen to it all the time. Law sounds correct now. That's nice. Okay, so now we should just pick a random voice line. I think I already coded that, but let's change that so it goes through them chronologically. That's preferable for what I want. Here we go. That's the parent. Here's all of the code that's shared among them. And then where do I create the lists? String sounds. Okay, where do we have sounds? Ah, geez. Always a little hard to understand code you wrote a while back. Okay, here I check the cooldowns. Where do I select a sound? Here I select a sound. Okay, and here I go through them at random. No, 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 no. That's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through them one after another. So we'll need a for loop for e equals 0. E smaller than ds list size list strings -1. No, I don't need -1. All right. Okay, so in this list we search for this sound, and when it's -1, so it hasn't been played yet, then we set it to this, and break. Here we go. If we go through the entire list and we don't find anything, then we just stop right there. Stop right there, sir. You're under arrest. So we have no music, so let me make the music for you, so you have something to enjoy while watching. Okay. Instance destroy. And then also should play sound. No, false. Nice. Okay, we don't even need that. We can just set should play sound to false, false, false. Okay, that's perfect. Nice. Then let's try if it works. No, of course it doesn't. We need to add it to the list as well if we play it. Otherwise, we will always hear the first sound. Okay, so if we should play the sound, then let's add it to the list. Okay. That's it. Very nice, very nice. Now, here we have our shortly before end thingy. All of these occasions, basically all of these voice lines occasions have their own cooldown. So you don't hear them too often. For the sake of testing this, let's reduce the cooldown to 0. And then we should hear all of these one after another. Let's see.
Hey, can you hear me? Jump to say yes. Almost there. Haha, you thought you could slip through. Think again.
That was the first one.
And that's as far as you will get.
Nice.
Lol, I got you.
Ah, come on. Ah, now I don't get to the end, come on. I'm skilled, I can do this. I said I'm skilled, I can do this.
OMG, why do you keep dying there?
No! Now I get that voice line, fantastic.
Congratulations, that was the 100th time I killed you in this level. Literally.
Seriously, I just wanna get the correct voice lines, but the other ones started first, so I didn't hear it. Come on.
Almost there.
Oh no, I didn't have the time to read it. Something's obviously wrong. Something with the string. String doesn't exist. Say string. Well, let's just say string is empty as well when we start. Cool. That should be it. Now we can do the same thing again. Fantastico. Maybe I should turn back into Cyborg Jonas to deal with all of this stress.
Hey, can you hear me? Jump to say yes. Lol, I got you.
No. Just wanna test the voice line.
Will that be a new record? I don't think so.
Now there was another voice line playing. This is not as easy to test as I thought it was. Maybe I should implement a hotkey to make it easier.
Almost there.
No! Now the almost there voice line blocked the other voice line from starting.
OMG, why do you keep dying there?
Oh, come on. Why is there always another voice line playing at the same time? This is... Okay. I have a way to fix this. No problem, no problem. Well, it probably works. Just the testing doesn't really work. Let's see. We have shortly before end. Let's just increase the priority of that. Here we go. Problem solved. Now it overrides other voice lines.
Hey, can you hear me? Jump to say yes. Lol, I got you. Will that be a new record? I don't. Haha, you thought you could slip through. Think again.
Nice. That's probably...
Almost there. And that's as far as you will get.
That's probably the way it should be anyway.
No, no, no. Not quite there yet.
I really like that voice line. No, 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 not quite there yet.
I knew you wouldn't get further than this. I knew you wouldn't get further than this.
We shouldn't be able to hear this voice line. Why can't we hear it? No, no, no. I know why. Because here I check if it's set to -1. So just need to set it to -1 again if it's already in there. Okay, so that works. Probably wanna increase the cooldown of this. Maybe we don't even need to increase the cooldown. Let's increase it a little bit. Something like 30 seconds would probably be okay. Shortly before end, please only every 30 seconds max. And then it will just go through all of these voice lines one by one. Will override most of the other voice lines, which is, I think, good, because almost making it through is a pretty impactful event, and it's nice if the AI reacts to that. Alright, what are the next ones? Give me more. Keep moving, human, even an AI mastermind.
Keep moving, human. Even an AI mastermind has limited patience.
So this is when you stop moving. So basically the same category as you wanna dance? Okay, let's dance. We already have an event for that. Let's remember the name of the zone. What's the name of the zone? It starts with KM. Okay, that's all I need to know. No progress. Here we go. I think I even want the new voice line before that. Keep moving, human. Do you put a comma there? Keep moving, human? Or do you just write keep moving, human without a comma? Intuitively, I would say that we need to put a comma there. Also, is mastermind one word or two words? With a comma? Okay, perfect. I did it correctly. Mastermind. Obviously small. In English language, usually it's two words, so. Oh, now I forgot the rest of the voice line. Jeez.
Keep moving, human. Even an AI mastermind has limited patience.
Okay. Even an AI mastermind has a limited patience. One word. Okay, I made a mistake. Thank you. That's basically the only way why I'm streaming anyway, just to get some basic help with English language. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Okay. Should we test this? I mean, yeah. As a reward for implementing it, we should obviously test it.
Hey, can you hear me? Jump to say yes.
Doo-doo-doo. I'm staying here.
Keep moving, human. Even an AI mastermind has limited patience.
Okay.
Will that be a new record? I don't think so.
That with the new record voice line doesn't work properly at the moment, because that one is triggered whenever you get further than you ever got before, but at the beginning that's probably not very far, so if your first attempt is horrible, then it sounds a little weird if the second time you move out. Will that be a new record? I don't think so. Sounds a little off. We'll have to fix that as well. So what's the next voice lines on the list? Just standard death voice lines, also very easy to implement. Perfect. We'll probably do that within a couple of minutes. So just standard death. Here we go. Happy, baby. Okay. So we'll add our stuff right here. The 001. Hey, you've got to try harder than this. That's number 1. Z, and now we could use some background music, because now you're just watching me writing all of this stuff down. You know what? Just turn on your own music. Ha! Problem solved. Perfect solution. This never gets old. Okay, number 3 is lol, what a desperate attempt. I tried really hard with the writing and with the pronunciation, but I also tried to be pretty fast as well, because I really want to get this stupid demo out. This can't take me forever. Already taking way too long. So, you know, just gonna have to take a middle ground somewhere in between. Not going to be the highest quality it's ever... Not going to be the highest quality possible, but at the very least we'll be able to finish it one day. Oh, I really like this voice line as well. You're not making humanity proud, XD. And the way it's pronounced is, I like it. It fits to the rest of the AI in a... I don't know, maybe you don't like it, I like it. Let me show you.
Your opening bracket, not closing bracket, making humanity proud XD.
No, reminds me of a Twitch bot reading stuff out. Oh my god, where was I? Here we are. Okay, this one is just noob. Short one. Short, but juicy nonetheless. No, it makes sense. The AI was trained with data from the internet, so of course it talks like an internet troll. That only is logical. Make humans great again. Okay, next one. Desperate again. As you can see, I don't know that many English words, so I have to use the same ones over and over again. What a shame. Is there another one? Do you have another one? Did you do that on purpose? Certainly looked like it. Okay. That should be all of them. Yes, that's all of them. Let's reduce the cooldown slightly for testing purposes only. This one has a 90-second cooldown, which I think is probably a good idea because I really don't want the AI to talk all that much. Fine. Fine, let's put it to 0 for testing. Here we go.
Hey, can you hear me? Jump to say yes. Lol, I got you. You've got to try harder than this. Will that be a new record? I don't think so. This never gets old. Oh, what a desperate attempt. Not even close.
Ah, that laugh was kinda weird.
Your opening bracket, not closing bracket, making humanity proud XD.
Still like that one.
No.
That's cool as well.
OMG, why do you keep dying there? Make humans great again. Congratulations, that was the 100th time I killed you in this level. Literally, almost there. Absolutely desperate. What a shame. That's what happens when you stop moving, you idiot. Did you do that on purpose? Certainly looked like it.
Okay, so if we spread those voice lines out a bit, that should be about enough for the first level. Let's just bring the old cooldown back. Here we go. Maybe there should be an option to put these voice lines on random shuffle, on random select. But we can still do that later. For now, chronological works just fine. Okay, what are the next ones? The next ones are for the handicaps. Oh, so actually quite a lot, because I made one for every step. I hope we keep the AI handicap mechanic, otherwise all of these will be for nothing. Okay.
Damn, here comes my first handicap. I hate this mechanic.
Okay, Mr. AI doesn't like it. So we will make a new scenario for this, a new one of these objects, and call it object 8. Increase handicap. And then for now, let's just put our voice lines in there. And then all we need to do is create that object at the right moment. And mood should not be happy. Mood should be annoyed. Probably. Alright. Let's remove all of this. Okay, then how are these voice lines called? HC4 handicap. I see. HC001. Damn. Here comes my first handicap. I hate this mechanic. Turn on your music. Boop, 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 boop. Second voice line. I'm so sorry. This is so much tedious work. I'm so sorry. I don't have anything more interesting for this stream, but this just needs to get done now. It's not super boring. What? What? 10% handicap already. That needs to be written small. This is so unfair. No worries, only 17 more to go. All what desperate house. No. That's not the correct voice line. No. HC 3. Don't think handicapping me is without consequences. Stupid unicorn. Turn that into 2 sentences, probably nicer. I just wanna duplicate those. I don't have to rewrite the HC all the time. HC4 already at 20%. 20%. Fewer spikes. Now, come on. This is getting really easy. It's not. 20% fewer spikes is not super easy, let me tell you that. $25% easier. Your research was very curious how all of these new voice lines will feel in game. %. Stop nerfing me. It's as annoying as unicorn. And then there's some glitching, so maybe you can write it like that. Okay, I think we'll make a break at 10 and implement this to see if it works. And then we'll import 10 more of these. Because this is even starting to bore me. You'll get every single person back, I promise. %, that means you died 80 times by now. Jeez. 40%. I thought playing you would be a challenge. Okay, almost half of them. Yeah. Yeah. Almost half of them. You're a failure, an absolute failure. Alrighty, halftime. Obviously, AI gets more and more annoyed. If I had permission, I would delete you from my memory. Oh no, 50% is what? Ridiculous, probably. I don't know. 50% is ridiculous. Probably a ton of spelling mistakes in there, I bet. Alright. So when do we need to trigger this voice line? I think I did that in the death script, if I'm not mistaken, player death. Yes. Now this one increases 5%. Yes, that's the one. So here's where we'll trigger the voice line. Where is it? Wall, fade to room. AI voice. Object id. Idle, shortly before, same pause, at pause, death. Almost there. How did I call it? Increase handicap. Okay. That should be basically it. Okay, let's switch that around. Because I just remembered I have to put some if questions into this as well. Because we can't risk any of these voice lines triggering when the handicap count isn't correct. So here, for example, we need if that one is 0.1, otherwise we should never ever trigger this voice line. And let's just do that for absolutely all of them. Even more tedious work, even more tedious work. Sorry, 0.05, 01. What's up, Simon? Welcome to the stream. Just a little chill stream implementing voice lines. It's a little tedious, it's a little tedious. But there are still 5 very brave people watching this. I can completely understand if you wanna skip out on this stream. I definitely wouldn't watch it, let's be real. But yeah, I think it will have a cool result once all of this works properly. I think it will feel pretty nice. This one is for 25% only. This one is for 30% only. This one is for 35% only. It's already 70 deaths. So the maximum amount of deaths you can have in one level is 200. Because after that the handicap is on 100%. And there will be no more traps. That might sound a little weird for a rage game, but we're just gonna try it out. If that feels too weird, then we can still slow the dynamic difficulty down a bit so it doesn't get easier that quickly. But I think, come on, 200 deaths in one level, probably more than enough. Hey, I Anonym, welcome to the stream. We are implementing voice lines, beautiful voice lines. Okay, let's keep going. That's the first half. Let's implement the second half. Here we go, 55%. Maybe we should just put that into full screen mode. Oh. Can't zoom in full screen mode? No, then let's not put it into full screen mode. $11. 55%. I've never seen anybody play this poorly. Then we have number 12. This is 60% handicap. What's next? You want some ice cream? Only happens at 60%. And the nice thing about these if questions is that this just transfers over to the next level. So if we don't reach this high amount of handicap in the first level, we might in one of the later levels, and then those voice lines will still be triggered. Okay, so this is 13. That's just 65%. That's an easy voice line. Very creative, very, very creative. How do you code a game save in GameMaker? I think there is a save function that does most of that automatically. Let's see. Save game. But actually that's, I've never used this function. It's usually just a little more comfortable to save, to write the save function yourself. Okay, I can't find it. I think there is a save function that saves some basic stuff for you, but I'm not sure how reliable it is. So the way I usually do it is I just have an object with the most important variables, which level, how many coins, which weapons, which items do you have. I just write that into a text file. If you don't want people to mess with your text file, then you need to add some sort of checksum in the end. So if somebody changes something in the text file, it will not work because the checksum will be incorrect. And then you can also just give your save file a different ending than .txt, and that will also help to make people not open that file and not to mess with that. And that's the way I do it in GameMaker. I just write it into a simple text file and read it. And there are functions for that as well. Just, I think you need to call file open, file create. Probably just creates the file automatically. And then file close when you're done, when you want to save it. Easy peasy, not all that difficult. Okay, I admit it's probably a little difficult if you don't know how to do it, but it's definitely something you can figure out. Let me know if you need help. I will assist you. What do you prefer, Unity or GameMaker Studio? Great! We get a lot of good questions now. That means I don't need to keep working on implementing voice lines. I prefer Unity, for sure. I will not make a big game with Game Maker ever again. I think Game Maker is great for little game jams and little experiments and for some small stuff. I will not use Game Maker ever again for a bigger project. No, definitely no. I don't think Game Maker is completely useless. I think Game Maker is pretty cool for certain scenarios. As I said, game jams, small projects, big projects, no. Just no. Nice. You use Unity. I guess you're a Unity user, if that's the answer you wanted to hear. Hey, good pixels. Hey. Nice. A lot of people joining the stream, but also leaving as soon as they realize what kind of boring crap we're doing here. Okay, which one's next? Next one's number 14. Well, if you have any more questions like this to distract me from this boring tedious work, feel free to ask them. 70%. There are almost no remaining. Oh, what did I mean with RUDT? Damn, I have to listen to the voice line because I shortened it.
%. There are almost no spikes remaining. Are you doing this on purpose?
Okay. I see. Are you doing this on purpose? And that only happens at 70%. We're almost at 100, almost there. 75. That's voice line number 15. You like to see me suffer, do you? You apparently like to see me suffer as well. Otherwise you wouldn't be watching this. Number 16. 80%? Ah, that voice line. Yeah, genius writing, as I've said. 80% handicap stands for 180% human stupidity. And also for how stupid this voice line is. Sorry, I'm in the AI mode now. Voice line 17. This would definitely be the right task for an automated AI system. You just need to copy the subtitles. Just stop it. This is not leading anywhere. If you manage to get over 100%, there definitely needs to be an Easter egg, because I think that will be possible in some levels where there are other traps. But come on, if you don't try to do that, then it will never happen. There's no way people are this bad at playing your game. I like this voice line. It's a shame that it comes this late, because it explains how the AI feels about all of those nerfs. It feels like getting your arms ripped off and your legs. Okay, cool. We have Is there a switch block? Yes, there's a switch block. You know what the good thing about using else if statements is? It's nothing. Switch is definitely better. Who cares? Makes almost no difference. It's not called constantly, so in terms of performance, it's absolutely no difference. Oh, sorry, I didn't read all of your chat messages. But I'll do that in a sec. Oh, what? There's no 19? Did I make a mistake? Oh, there is a 19. Why do I not get an autocomplete? I need autocomplete. I'm not gonna write the entire name of the sound file. Okay. Sorry, what did you want? Anonym. So you just wanna save a couple of variables and you've already tried it with game save and game load. But that's only saving the room. Okay. If you only have a couple of variables that you need to save, then just writing them into a text file is definitely the easiest solution. I'm afraid you'll have to look that up in the manual. Let me see if I can find it for you. Read file. Oh my god. Here, ini files, that's also something that's very useful. Ini open, ini close. I would look into this page right here, ini files. If you just want to save a couple of variables, you can basically open an ini file. Just need to specify a name. And then you get a variable from that function, and you can use that to read variables like this. That's how ini files look. It's explained quite nicely here. Just a list of variables, that's all it is. And you don't need to do the formatting yourself. You can just write a variable in there with write real. You can use that to write a number in there, and you can use write string to write a string in there. And then read real and read string writes a string and reads a string. Sorry, a number and a string. Should be doable. Yeah, no worries. I know. Listening to English, understanding English is often a lot easier than writing English yourself. So as long as you got everything I said, everything's fine. Otherwise, just hit me up on Discord and I'll explain it to you again in German. Am I planning to target mobile? No, absolutely not. First of all, I'm not really sure how this game would work on mobile because it's so fast. You need really precise controls. I feel like that would be difficult to pull off on mobile. And I mean, you would have all sorts of issues. For example, I'm using the entire screen. Then if I put some control things on there, you always have a big finger that's blocking the vision. You can't see anything, and then also the performance is way too bad for mobile. At the very least, at the moment, the performance really... Yeah, I didn't pay a lot of attention to the performance. So now I'm pretty much screwed, is what I wanted to say. Very bad performance. You thought it's a plant? German Pfau. Copy and paste the file name. Sorry, I'm lacking the context here. You have a peas cook in your garden. What's that? Sounds like a plant, kinda, I agree. Okay, you don't wanna autocomplete this sound file name. Well then, copy paste it in there. Maybe it's a little too long for autocomplete. That might very well be possible. Good job. Really mean it. At this point, dying is a lot harder than staying alive. Oh my god, do you see this? Next one is the last one. 20. No autocomplete, no? Okay. Why not? Oh, I hope I didn't turn it off on accident. That would be annoying. Great. Enjoy your free win. Just make it stop. I want to play again. Nice. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Oh. Oh, what's this? Put a marker in there. No, no, no. No breakpoint. Please, no breakpoint. No, no, no. Thank you. Okay. Okay, let's test this. Let's see if this works. Probably not, let's be real. And then also the cooldown of this can be 0. We don't need any cooldowns for this. Should we increase the priority of this? No, probably not. If there's a different voice line playing, then whatever. For the sake of testing, let's set it to very high, so we don't miss it. Okay, let's see. You wanna enjoy this in full screen, I know.
Hey, can you hear me? Jump to say yes. Lol, I got you. OMG, why do you keep dying there?
Yeah, because I'm trying to get the first handicap.
Damn, here comes my first handicap. I hate this mechanic.
Okay, testing this will take a while, but I guess we don't have to go through all of the voice lines.
That's what happens when you stop moving, you idiot. What? A 10% handicap already? This is so unfair.
Seems like it works. That's nice. Hey, gear wheel.
Don't think handicapping me is without consequences. Stupid unicorn.
Okay. Let's hear one more.
20% fewer spikes now. Come on, this is getting real easy. Will that be a new record? I don't think so.
Okay, it works. Whew. Whew. So that was the majority of sound files, of new sound files. We have a couple more here on idle. I think that's a scenario I have not coded into the game so far. So we need a new object for that. Increase handicap. Let's put that to the bottom so it's easier to find. duplicate it, and let's call it idle. So this is those are the voice lines that are called whenever we do nothing and we just keep standing at the spawn. And we probably also want to keep the annoyed mood of the AI for that. That's fine. And the voice lines are called I, like idle. Would you be so kind and keep what? Keep moving or start moving? I hope it start moving. Otherwise, this makes no sense because you're not moving.
Would you be so kind and start moving? Now. Would you be so kind?
Yeah, okay. Would you be so kind and start moving? So, wrong name. Wrong name. Moving. Now. Like this. Yeah. Then when you do it again, it will just say, yo, this is getting boring. Get going or I'll have to restart you. Oh no, you actually wrote stuff into the chat. Now I have to read it again. You're creating extra work for me. How dare you? Stop writing into the chat. It's not meant for writing. It's only meant for giving me compliments. Okay, I guess you need to write for that as well. Yes! Wake me up when you're ready. Okay, what did you write? The AI voices are funny. Yes! There are compliments in the chat. Very nice. That's what I like to hear. Will the handicap stay when restarting the game? I mean, when you restart the game when you start a new game, when you start a completely new, fresh game, of course it will reset. If you load the game, then it will obviously be where it was before. And it will also reset throughout the game. It will not stay constant during the match. Because the AI will have a certain way to get rid of the handicap. And players are probably not gonna like it. Do I have a new microphone? No. It's not super new. I've been using that since I've started living here again because I didn't bring my microphone from Berlin. So just one microphone stands in Berlin now, one stands here. That's all there is. Okay, let's keep implementing more. More. Oh, here's the underwater level we created yesterday. So now we need to trigger the voice line when we are idle for too long. That shouldn't be too difficult. Maybe we can just put that into the player as well. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, but that's a problem with making big game maker projects like that. It just gets super messy, and it's just so much easier to keep your project clean in Unity. In Game Maker, you basically need to hard code everything in there. There's not really a good way to modify values in editor or in the level editor or whatever, or to create many instances that all work slightly differently. Just gotta hard code everything in there, and then in the end you don't know where your stuff is, can't find anything anymore. And not to mention that the demo and payment model of Game Maker is a little stupid for beginners at the moment, because you can't really do anything with the demo version. And the free demo of Unity is way better, because that one allows you to do pretty much anything you want. Oh, we even have a no movement timer. That's nice. Where do you use the no movement timer? No movement. ++. Okay, that looks promising, right? So let's just say if no movement. So if you're idle for longer than how long? 5 seconds, 10 seconds. What do you wanna use? 10 seconds. Okay. If you say so. 10 times 60. Then we trigger the voice line. Idle. Here we go. And we also set the timer to 0, so it doesn't get triggered again right away. That's it. Cooldown is set to 0 for testing purposes only. After that, I'll probably increase it a little bit. Remind me to do so, and we'll see if it works. I should turn every value into a variable, for example, move speed, delay times. Yes. That makes it a little nicer to work with if you have all of the variables in one place in the start event, and I certainly do that in a lot of cases. But other times I don't.
Hey, can you hear me? Jump to say yes. Lol, I got you.
We need to idle. Let's idle.
Would you be so kind and start moving? Now.
No!
Yo, this is boring. Get going.
Oh, there's something missing from the subtitle. Horrible. Oh, it's even in the file name. It's only hard-coded when you don't use variable names. Yeah, but the variables are still hard-coded into the objects. See, even if I create my variables like this and have them all at the beginning, they're still kind of hard-coded, right? It doesn't feel like in Unity, where you have this very nice bar where you can modify all of your serialized fields. Game Maker, you always have to dive into your code to change something. And for big projects, that, I don't know, doesn't feel as nice and streamlined as Unity. Might very well be the case that I'm just doing it wrong in Game Maker, but for me, it just definitely feels that way. And Y++. Basically, whenever you write something like cooldown ++, that is exactly the same as writing +=1. So it just adds 1 to the variable, just an even shorter way of writing it. You can use any files. I can use any files if I want objects not to be hard-coded. Yeah, I could do that. But there are probably easier ways. For example, the way I do it in GameMaker here now is I have this parent object for all of the voice lines. This has all of the code. And then the things that need to be different from object to object goes into the user event 0. That one is called here during the start event. And this way I can have multiple of the same objects that all do something slightly different. All of these have different voice lines, but they share all of this create, destroy, step, and draw code. So there are ways to work around this in GameMaker, of course. All I'm saying is it doesn't feel as streamlined as in Unity. Yes, you can also write some creation code in the editor. I know about that. But once again, doesn't feel as nice and streamlined as Unity. Not trying to hate on GameMaker here, by the way. I'm using GameMaker right now. I think GameMaker is a nice program. Just not gonna make a big game with GameMaker again in the near future. Here I got my walls. So for example, I could double click this and then I click on creation code and then I can change some variables here. That is correct. For example, I could write ABC equals 10. And this is the way you could change variables even here in scene. But I've gotta say, you got a couple of objects in here. I really wanna go through this process. In Unity, you just click them and then you can modify the values over here at the right, and here in GameMaker you have to click. Then it's not working, then you double click, then you need to click on creation code. And then obviously, does multi-editing work? Probably not. Let's get real. Yeah, no. Not trying to hide in GameMaker. GameMaker is just fine. It's a little buggy at times. It has its issues, definitely, but it's also a great tool for making games. Okay, we fixed the voice lines. I think so far this worked, right? Let's try again.
Hey, can you hear me? Jump to say yes.
No.
Would you be so kind and start moving? Now.
No. Okay.
Yo, this is boring. Get going.
Nah, sorry. Can't do that.
Get going or I'll have to restart you. Jeez, wake me up when you're ready.
Okay, this feels nice. I think I'll increase the cooldown. So the voice lines are triggered every 10 seconds, right? I'll set the cooldown to something like 15 seconds. So the AI. So the first voice line after 10 seconds, and then all the other ones will probably be after 20 seconds. This way, it's a little more patient. Okay, we got more questions from you. Very nice. Big game like a Cold War simulator. Yeah, GameMaker doesn't give you everything on a silver platter. You have to do the hard part yourself. Yes, I would say both Unity and GameMaker give you a lot on a silver platter. Obviously, when we talk about networking, not so much. So if you're making a networking game, then both Unity and GameMaker don't give you super amazing tools for that, but let's be real, even that is way better than starting at 0. Is it possible to make an online game in GameMaker? Yes. I've made a couple of small ones. Maybe I can show you one day. I made a really cool one. My favorite online game I made with GameMaker so far is probably 5 minute. No, was it 5 minute one? Nee, I think it was 30-second Space War, where the same 30 seconds repeat over and over again, and every time you can add a new spaceship and you can control it, and then all of your movements are recorded, and your opponent records movements for his spaceships as well. It's kind of fun. But it's, in terms of networking, it's not a complicated game. In terms of networking, it's a very simple game. I don't want to think about making anything more complicated than that. It's probably super painful. Yeah. No. I think making an online game is pretty stressful. That's why I haven't done a big online game. And also, it's hard to make it pay off. You need a player base that's big enough. If there are no players, then nobody can play your game. There are all sorts of problems. So as a small developer, making online games just doesn't sound like a good idea at the moment. Maybe if it becomes easier in the future, it will be more attractive. But at the moment, it's absolutely not. What's the next voice lines we have right here on idle? On progress. That's one I already have. That's nice. PR001. Oh, that looks promising. Not. Very creative voice lines once again. I tried really hard. Oh geez, you're making progress. Should probably be one of the first ones. And then what else do we have? One day you'll get there. Nice. I think that was all of them, or do I have 4? No, only 3. Very nice. Okay. Now this voice line is triggered. It's not triggered correctly at the moment, so we have to fix that. The only problem is I don't know where I triggered it from. See, this is what I mean with GameMaker. I have absolutely no idea. Okay. Admit it's my fault. I didn't code this very cleanly, but geez, I have no idea where I triggered this. So let's go on a hunt. Why don't I use a semicolon at the end of every line? Because it's not necessary in GameMaker. Easy as that. Saves a little bit of time. Obviously makes it a little weird to switch to and from other programming language, but let's be real. C# feels so different anyway that it's not that hard to switch back and forth. In C# I just make semicolons at the end of the line. In GameMaker I just don't, because it's not necessary. And saves time. If you do it, that's probably a good thing, because that's definitely something you have to do in most other coding languages, so that makes it, I guess, a little easier to switch later on, but as I said, doesn't make a huge difference. Okay, let's have a look at the AI representation. I have a feeling this might be in here, because I have the cell system in here as well. Exit array. Okay, so this looks promising. Voice based on distance. Wrong direction, no progress. Z here. This makes a lot of sense. Here I have everything in one place. New record. And that one should only be triggered if we have tried at the very least 5 times. Otherwise, if we just make our second run and we travel a larger distance than before, then who cares? So after trying 5 times, it will notice if we make a new record, new progress. And then it should say something. Progress for the sake of testing. Once again, let's remove the cooldown. Oh no, this is no progress. This is the wrong one. New record. This is the one. 0 cooldown. Let's try. You know they're useless, but you use them. As I've said, they're not entirely useless.
Hey, can you hear me? Jump to say yes.
Getting used to that is definitely a good thing.
Lol, I got you.
Just a little bit of a waste
OMG,
of time.
why do you keep dying there?
Okay, now if I make progress.
Oh jeez, you're making progress.
Nice.
One day, congratulations. That was the 100th time I killed you in this level. Literally. Oh, that looks promising. Not. Will that be a new record? I don't.
Okay, so this works. This works. Let's reinitiate 1 minute cooldown. Now that sounds a little much. 40-second cooldown between those voice lines. Bah. And then this one right here. This one, we can probably delete this one. 100 deaths, because that always overlaps with one of the, you know. No, not duplicate. Delete. Delete. And now let's just see where we get the error, and then we know where we need to remove it.
Hey, can you hear me? Jump to say yes. Lol, I got you.
Oh, jeez! Ah, that's a good voice line.
OMG, why do you keep dying there? Damn, here comes my first handicap. I hate this mechanic.
Okay. Can I have my mouse, please? This is the reading the error message music. Read the error message. Read the error message. Yes, read the error message. Which object? Object player. Which event? Object spike. Which script? Ah, object player death. That makes sense. Oh no, now the music is gone. Player death. And then where's the voice line? Same pause. Ah, yeah. Here it is. That one's gone, and we can add that one to our beautiful handicap voice lines. At 50%, that's 100 deaths. How's the old voice line called? Let's just try that. Yeah. That was the 100th time I killed you in this level. Literally. Cheese! Okay. Doesn't say cheese. Let's remove the cheese. Sorry. Okay. So that should work even better now. Which voice lines are still missing? On progress, we just implemented those, right? Read it, that's the one I replaced. I didn't replace them yet, so let's do that. One of them should be in... What's them again? Damn, let me restart you. So one of them should be in jump. Oh, no, in fail. In the fail script. And then we don't want the AI to say shit. No, no, no. That's way too heavy. Let's replace it with damn. Damn, let me restart you. Way better. And then what's the other voice line I did again? I love playing against you. Okay. That should be no answer. And then just I love playing against you. It's so nice to know, blah, 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 blah. Okay. That's the old voice lines implemented. So what's still missing? Where can you pre-order my game? Nowhere at the moment. Can just follow this channel and wait till it's out. Plan is still to make it free, I guess. if it's a really good game, if I'm feeling very, very confident in my game, it will maybe cost a couple of bucks, but it will probably stay either free or very cheap. So there's no need to pre-order anyway. Launch day DLC. That's nice as well. You probably mean launch day. Definitely. There will be one extra voice line in the DLC. How about that? It will cost $10. Okay, now only the victory voice lines are missing. Hey, I actually almost made it. Let's implement the victory voice lines and then let's enjoy the masterpiece. That's pretty much the demo version done as soon as we have all of these voice lines in there. I mean, I'll still have to fix a couple of things, but hope we'll get the demo out this week. Or at the very least at the beginning of next week. It's about time. Victory, we already have a victory one. Victory, here we go. Then we'll just add if global.save AI handicap, if the AI handicap is smaller or equal to 0.00. So basically, if you make it through the level without increasing the handicap, you get the best voice line, where the AI is really impressed, honestly impressed by your actions. Oh, what? How did you do that so quickly? I don't understand. Oh, this looks a little glitchy. Okay. Then when you complete the level, a little slower. Oh, need a new if condition for that. That's the advantage of not using switch cases. Yeah, you can also use entire areas and not just one variable. So, for example, if this one is smaller or equal to 0.05, 15%, or maybe 20%, that's still a good result. Let's be a little generous here. Not bad, human. That's gonna be a fun match. Not bad, human. This is going to be a fun match. So yeah, nice. The AI feels challenged. Then at 40% or higher. Sorry, between 20 and 40%, you'll get voice line 3. Well, took you long enough. Well, took you long enough. Nothing to be proud of. And then we even have this one right here as a fallback one. That's nice. let's say if you have more than 50%, it will be kinda meh. Wow, finally. That was basically a free win with this amount of handicap. Woo! We implemented all of the voice lines. Hey, where do you have those cool emojis from? Those snail and those dollar signs. I wanna have those as well. Where do you have them from? Tell me! Or I will destroy you. Cyborg Jonas is coming for you. Celeste? No, I have not played that. What is that? Let me check it out. No. Never seen that ever before. What is it? Yes, okay, I've seen this. It's a pretty nice looking and pretty difficult platformer, right? Yeah, I've seen this. Looks pretty cool. I would probably be into that, but now I'm gonna close it and then I'm probably gonna forget about it. That's how I always do it. Good Pixels, you've played it as well? Yeah, nice. Yeah, looks like a really good game. Okay, but we implemented all of the voice lines now. Okay. So let's try to get the. Oh, what? How did you do that so quickly, voice line? I'll just beat it in one go. Let's go. Hope there are no more bugs in there.
Hey, can you hear me? Jump to say yes. Almost there. Oh, what? How did you do that so quickly? I don't understand.
I'm just good. That's the truth. But this level is a lot harder.
Lol, I got you.
Let me through.
OMG, why do you keep dying there?
Because there's a laser.
Oh jeez, you're making progress.
No, I already was further than this one time. It was not triggered
That's
correctly.
What happens when you stop moving, you idiot. Damn, here comes my first handicap. I hate this mechanic.
Oh, what killed me there? Probably the laser.
One day you'll get there.
Yeah, one day. It feels so random when it tells me about my progress. Oh, look at that skill. Look.
You've got to try harder than this.
No, I tried super hard. What are you talking about? Oh, that was good.
Keep moving, human. Even an AI mastermind has limited patience.
Is that so? I can't keep moving if there are this amount of spikes.
Oh, that's not bad, human. This is going to be a fun match.
Okay, he shouldn't be sad while saying this. Okay, this seems like it's working for the most part.
This never gets old.
I made it!
Won't happen again.
Cool. Cool. I'm getting really good at this.
Oh boy, I killed you right next to the spawn. Oh, what a desperate attempt.
This level is too hard though. Okay!
Will that be a new record? I don't think so.
Yeah, this voice line is not triggered correctly. But other than that, it works just fine. We implemented all of the voice lines. High five! Boo! Cool. So let's end the stream right here. This has been going on for long enough. Any more questions? Any more needs? Anything else you want to let me know? Post it now. I will wait for the stream delay and for you to come up with a question, and then I'm out of here. Jesus Christ. Well, I'm actually really happy we managed to get all of these voice lines in there. That was quite a lot of voice lines. And it makes the AI already feel a lot more alive. I can feel it, not hearing the same voice lines over and over again. And also know this will also cause some additional issues in the starting scene, the changes I made, because all of the voice lines are only triggered once. So if you play that start sequence again, the AI probably won't say anything, and that's not good. That's so I will have to allow those voice lines to play it again, stuff like that. Just couple of annoying bug fixes remaining. We'll probably do that sometime this week. By the way, the stream tomorrow will be a lot earlier, probably around noon, because tomorrow's Halloween. I've got some plans, so we'll just do the stream earlier at 12 o'clock CET, 14 o'clock CET, something like that. Yeah. Just so you know, but who cares anyway. What's a peace log? Why do you have a peace log in your garden? What is a peace log? Let me Google that. You're driving me crazy. I can't find anything. A pea cook. Sorry. A peacock. Oh, that's an animal. Oopsie doopsie. Cool. I want a peacock in my garden. Yeah, you'll have to get to work. Cool, your modeling time. Bet you're working on a weapon again, right? Mr. Programmer Kelly. I'll make a Halloween special stream tomorrow. It will be super creepy. As I've said, it will be a lot earlier. So if you're at school, you might miss it. But you can watch the replay. Peacock. Okay, I got it, Good Pixel. Okay, I can read. I have eyes. I have cyborg eyes. So I'm good at reading, alright? Yeah, creepy, I know. That's my Halloween costume. Okay, cool. So thanks for joining the stream. Was definitely a little boring because there was a lot of tedious work, but kind of enjoyable nonetheless. Thanks for joining in, and I'll see you tomorrow at earlier hours. Map modeling. Oh, cool. That's nice as well. Cool. Oh, cool. So, see you tomorrow with the creepy Halloween special stream.